Previously on the Stanbic National Schools Championship.
We gave you something to take home, some seed capital to get started. We just need to find out what has been going on since we left.
What do you feel is your most unique selling point?
I think the quality of our honey, because it is 100% pure natural honey. We don't add anything.
After like 2 weeks, this black soldier fly larvae is ready for harvest. No, most businesses just attack one thing, but this business has so much more. For example, everything in there is sold. The eggs, the larva, the pupa, everything is sold.
Shuvera is a protective shoe cover that helps in protecting shoes during rain, in case the place is muddy, or in case you just don't want your shoes to get dust, you know.
It came up with an intention to solve poverty at a family level. If you get to realize parents spend too much money, let's say you have 4 kids and they are all reporting back to school, right? And all their shoes have water damage. You have to buy new shoes.
The National Schools Championship aims at offering a wholesome experience to all its participants. Last year, we introduced the Alum Grow category where we gave our former students an opportunity to grow their businesses outside school. This year, we take it a notch higher with the Teach Grow category. Our teachers have a chance to vie for quite a number of investment opportunities in order to grow their businesses. In the IT business with iTech Africa, let's meet Nshuti, one of our participants in the Alum Grow category, to find out how his business is doing.
Whoever knows Nshuti, you will not miss a word IT when you're talking about Yes, iTech Africa, as I said, when I started, it was not because I wanted to sell machines. Personally, I was building an innovation hub. People were calling me. They would call me, okay, I need an iPhone. Where can I get it? I need a television. So already people were there who were believing in me, who saw that there's something I had to offer. But me, I had not seen that as a business opportunity. Personally, I'm a person who wants to invent, develop different projects, different softwares which are solving certain problems in the society. But then, by then, what the market needed, they didn't need a software. They needed machines so that now they can adopt the softwares that I was offering them. So I didn't have capital to go and start a shop like what you're seeing right now. So I had now to do what I can call, I became a broker for the hardware. Now we sell the laptops, the desktops, the phones, the smartwatches. There is nothing that you can need electronically. Yes, I know some people don't normally understand this, but that's why we are different. You will see that on my testimonials on my website. Some people will find them talking how they came to me. They wanted maybe a laptop of 800,000 and I didn't give them, even when they were available. Because I know this is the laptop you're going to take. The next weekend it's going to have a keyboard issue. You invest in a keyboard. The next time they'll tell you Windows has crashed. You invest in Windows. And what will you come talking about me? You say he sold me a fake thing. So I decided to offer the best through those partnerships. Then TVs are calling us after seeing our success stories running on different televisions. Now they call you, they're like, okay, we hear you're 21, you're doing this, how? And when I go there, I cannot fail to talk about iTech company. But my best is my WhatsApp status. I'm not going to lie.
It keeps on ticking.
Yeah. Because in every 5 posts I make, at least I get like 30 engagements. So the impact it has had on me, it has taught me that whatever the dream is, it can be. Yeah. And it has also showed me that there are downfalls, there are ups and downs, but then what keeps people moving is that dream that you have, that thing that you have fixed your mind to achieve. And the mentors, the kind of mentors I have are these hustlers.
Exactly.
The people who, yes, the person who you mention on TV, no one knows. But when you go to see, they just wake up in the morning and he's assured I'm going home with 1 million. He has no product in his hand. He has no product in his hand, and he has to go home with 1 million. So Stanbic Bank has changed my mind. If it has not because of the Stanbic National Schools Championship, I would be among those people who are at university, who are waiting to get the degree and now come out and start hustling for jobs.
With Mkosi in the Alum Grow category, let's meet Samuel and his friends to tell us more about it.
Welcome to mkosi.com. Samuel Abaho is my name, and I am the head of operations. So Mkosi started because we felt the pain of our clients. We felt the pain of people who are busy at work, and at the end of the day, they remember that there are so many other tasks to do. They have to do their shopping, they have to do the cleaning of their homes, even their offices actually. And then some of them have dogs and need dog care services. We thought to ourselves, how can we employ youth, university students our age, and still solve the challenges of the people who are facing them? So Mkosi was born, a linking company, a platform online that gets young people from universities and gets them to do quick tasks for high corporate clients, business people, people in government, people like that. And we take that load off their backs, and we also employ people our age. We've been working with 30 people, 30 taskers over time. Yes, they are on standby, so we just call upon them from time to time. Then for us, we have the 5 partners who are there full time, who are there to make sure that every time a task comes in, we tackle it. We make sure that we do the marketing, we track the finances. Yeah, strategize for the future. Entrepreneurs are problem solvers, right? So we face a lot of, crisis situations where there's nobody at that time. That's why university students are our main focus. They're the people that we want to propel. But we've actually found ourselves getting now a person who is professional in using the machine for the carpet cleaning, may not be a university student at the time. They've asked perhaps for a carpentry task among our clients. I would call them an institution, right? They needed one of their benches fixed. So we get the person. We have a diverse pool of networks, right? Okay. Yeah, so we will always find a person. That one can be rest assured. We've been operating in the time of the COVID-19 pandemic, but it has also been an opportunity because we can now be more visible online and more people will see us, right? So navigating within the COVID-19 pandemic, we really have to be very careful with the SOPs. We have to make sure that our people actually also don't get sick, right? So that has been our first thing. Then generally we've also been learning, right? You think you're a good financial manager until you touch the money, right? So you'll see that the first time you've estimated a task is going to be this much and work out like this, then perhaps maybe you incur a loss, but make sure that you deliver to the client so that you have a plan so that you have a future, a relationship with a person that you come back to them, right? And it has taught us also to keep learning, right? So we're always listening to podcasts from entrepreneurs, the likes of, Vusi Tembekwayo, Gary V, Patrick Bitature within the country, So we get to see that business can be talked about so much, but it's not so much business until it actually works on the ground, yeah? So our impact has mainly been, yes, the people who serve, the people who we serve, then also the people who are running the business, right? They have picked valuable lessons, yes.
Remember Natalie of Natalie's Applique? She's back in the Alum Grow category. Let's find out what she has for us this time.
This is absolutely gorgeous. Can I try this on?
Yeah, sure,
just to see if it looks good on me.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. It feels so nice. It's like I'm in Paris.
So locally, my mother used to make tablecloths.
Okay.
So I learned how to do it from her, then the other designs to make it into something that is beautiful like this. I would go on YouTube and learn, and then certain things I would come up with by myself because it's about learning how to come up with something beautiful. When you've learned the basics, you just look at a piece of cloth and try to make it in crochet form. I make different kinds of crochet outfits for babies,
for adults, crochet cups and socks, doormats, wall hangings. Yeah, that's basically what Natalie's applique is about.
Okay. So how many clients do you have to date? How many orders do you have? Or on average, how many orders do you get a week or a month?
On average, I get like, in a week I can have like 2 to 3 orders, and
okay,
in a month I can have like over 10 orders in a month. I started with 150,000.
You started with 150,000.
Yes.
And what did that bring to the table?
It brought to the table 255,000.
Wow, okay, that's excellent.
Apart from just making the outfits and selling them, I also earn from teaching.
Okay.
There are students that I teach, and sometimes I teach them for free and then they help me out. Like they learn,
Excellent.
The more you work with me, the more you learn other designs. So it's like an advantage to them.
If you have a huge
yes, if
order.
I have a huge order, they can help me out. Yes.
So how much do you charge for the teaching then? Because that's an added income, huh? So
Yeah.
how much do you...
When I'm teaching someone who's not going to help me out, they pay 25,000 per day.
What?
I'm the cheapest crochet teacher.
Yes, you are the
meet.
cheapest. I think I need to start right now. I need to start right now.
On Saturday, I'll be traveling to work with IRC to teach the refugees in the camp this skill so that they're able to make a living for themselves.
Okay. That's impressive. That's really impressive. Thank you.
Life is not just about slaying and doing all those. Yes, people think when you do this, they look at it as labor. It doesn't. They feel like it doesn't paint a beautiful picture. When someone sees me sitting down and crocheting, but this is beautiful work. It is unique. It's nice for you to sit down and do something for yourself, something that will earn you a living. Whenever you need something, you don't have to ask your parents for it, because you're like, I'm doing crochet already and I am earning from it. I will not ask my mother to buy me a dress when I have the money to buy a dress.
And we are at your home that you pay for yourself, isn't it?
Yes. I am able to pay my rent. I'm able to buy myself things, scholastic materials. Everything that my parents bring in is supplementary. Sometimes I can even help them because my parents are now older, so.
In the heart of a Rolex city, Wandegea, with many other businesses, we get to visit a gig consultancy firm, one of our participants in the Alum Grow category. 3 of our alumni came together and started an agricultural consultancy firm, and we can't wait to find out how business has been doing for them. So join me as we find out.
You're most welcome to Agric Consultancy Firm. It's part of Agric Holdings, and all these are a result of the National Schools Championship. I'm Douglas. My teammates are Mr. Biz and Henry. We united or came to know each other from the National Schools Championship of 2019, and here we are. Thanks to Stanbic National Schools Championship, we formed a team, and we have Agric Consultancy Firm. We have 2 products that are working well for us. One works well for us in terms of revenue. We have the beekeeping project. That one, with revenue, it is the best for us. We also have home gardening. It is the most common source of income for us. At least per month we have a client, we're sure that we have a client that is going to come and tell us they want a home garden or an urban farming, something in their home.
What makes you guys the experts on these products, beekeeping, the homegrown gardens? What makes you, have you gone through some trainings? Have you had some experience in the field? I know Mr. Biz, the product, has done something. Tell the public more about what makes you guys the experts.
Thank you so much for that question. As Josephat, I had an opportunity to have a 3 months training at Orchids House Farm. And that one increased my agronomical practices. So I'm good in horticulture, that is vegetables, and then also growing herbs and spices. But then I've also we as a team have been doing different things online. YouTube has taught us actually majority of the designs and... Yeah, YouTube. And then also from colleagues, we're in a connection of fellow farmers. For example, Spark Agro Initiatives. Then there is this Kwagala Farms. Actually, we are very good friends with Kwagala Farms. Then there is also another, it's called the Bountiful Duka. Those are all people we are in connection with, and when we keep sharing ideas, then we learn more. Actually, we are not into competition with any of those because we know our niche of clients. They also know theirs, but then we're offering the same service. Yeah. The biggest lesson I've learned from a geek is teamwork. As a team leader, you're busy digging big chunks ahead, but it is the team you have that will clear behind and remove the weed. So yes, I take big steps, but it's these guys that do the small details that are actually necessary.
When we started doing this, I realized things that we think about can be executed. Yes. And still working with people, friends, working with teams, working with different people that you didn't grow with, you've just found when you've grown, it's very hard and it's a very big lesson. Yes. And the other thing is putting practice, because I'm a student of Bachelor's of Commerce, so it's easy to apply what I study most of the times. Then the other thing is, this is the other side. When parents get to know that you're working, you lose that income. Even you understand? And the other thing is, I've hated like office work. Seriously. Because my course is taking me to things like accounting and all that, computers. But working with a geek has made me reach those people and then also go to these people in business. Yeah. And I realized these people are far better. And it's a very good thing. So I'm hating office. My parents don't want to hear about that. But I'm hating it because I know this thing makes money more than the other people. Yeah.
You are in a space that has infinite opportunities, and you're training people, you're setting up more farms, and more capital is being made. I'm loving the numbers. Great job, guys. Keep it up.
Susan Alum is a teacher at Ginger SS, and her main project is produce. But among the many other products that she deals with, she also produces porridge made out of dodo seeds. Interesting, right? Well, we've come to see how she does that and maybe have a taste of this dodo porridge. Come with us.
You're welcome.
Hello, Teacher Jane.
Thank you. You're welcome.
For the hospitality.
Thank you so much. You're welcome to my humble place. This is Nyanan Enterprises with a hidden treasure. The treasure is right in here. I began teaching way back in the year 2000. Went through private schools until I was appointed by government. However, the challenges of staying home without an obvious income that we are used to, like in school where we get allowances, you do this kind of task and you're given something, is what set me into starting this. Okay. Especially with the lockdown that was announced from the 18th of March 2020. Once we got into that lockdown, the first victims of that lockdown were schools, and so every one of us went thinking. Personally, having had training with Stanbic Bank over the years, I should tell you that this is about the 4th year that I'm working with Stanbic Bank National Schools. And I am one of the senior persons that have been trained by you people over the years. So I of course said no. I've been doing business, but I've been carrying small things. I sell to my friends, This time I said, no, let me start something and sit while I also go and do my marketing outside. Yeah.
That's impressive.
Actually, most of my clients here are friends who call me and say, Susan, we need this. Can you deliver it to us? I do deliveries as well. But the supplies are generally here. With a hidden treasure. I did not tell a lie about it because it is everything. It is a fully registered business.
Oh.
Yes. We are fully registered. Everything I'm doing is basically legal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we can see that paper.
Not very many people understand the way we work. Actually, when they see you doing things, a lot of paperwork, they think it is, it's a bother. But it has taught me a lesson. I think all businesses need to be peppered. do the paperwork. It gives you a display of what you're doing and how you can improve on yourself.
Is there some other inventory you're thinking about stocking up that might be, things like maybe mobile money or flex?
Surely those are the things that bring customers.
Because they come in with the dough.
Those are the things that bring customers.
Yeah.
I already have my company registered, so the next is just to get the These boys will do the work.
Is that you have the company registered, and please, Kathy, take note. We'll have to make sure that, Harriet, we get you, since you're registered, the fact that you're registered, the location is excellent. We'll have to ensure that we get that in as soon as possible.
Thank you so much.
So a lot of you did not have an idea that you can actually do something else other than teaching. And it's something that we had actually to heavily explain that it is doable, because actually teachers have more time than they think they do. You see, by the time you do your lesson. So for me, to see the fact that you've reached here, and you mentioned, even at boot camp, you said, you wait for me, I'm coming. But I did not even actually expect a shop. I didn't expect you to involve the boys. So for me, this is truly, truly humbling, and you're definitely an inspiration to a lot of teachers.
There's an interesting tongue twister in Buganda that goes, Omsomese yasomesa omsomesa nasomesa omsomesa yavawa. And I'll tell you, most often teachers are neglected. But at the championship, we're all about starting a new life with them. And it's quite timely because COVID-19 has shut down the entire education system. Here in Buikwe district, Teacher Simon from the Amazima school is onto something, and not just for himself, but the entire community. Let's take a look.
It's very exciting to receive you guys.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
At first I was anxious, but then I was like, no, these are guys I've been meeting and I know them so.
Yeah.
When I started this farm in 2019, I injected in much of my savings. We currently have pigs here. There are 51 in total.
Oh, from 2019 you had how many?
When I started, I bought one.
Okay.
Then after the structures, I bought more 2 mothers. So for the 2 years, I've only had 3 mothers at the farm. And they are the ones which have been multiplying and growing, because when a pig can give 5 times, can farrow, like farrowing, 5 times in 2 years. And if it is 10 piglets per farrow, then those will be like, in one pig, those will be like 50 piglets. So with multiplication and numbers with pigs, you don't need to have many pigs.
So the average is like 10, eh?
Yeah, 10, that's the average. Some give, like we have one which gave 12 in here, then 10, 9, 12, like that.
An average like 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your business model? Are you growing to full size and selling the full pig, or you're selling some piglets, or you mix and match?
So actually the business model here is we sell piglets at 2 months.
Okay.
Because when you grow to finish, it's quite expensive in terms of feeding and management. And when I was starting this, I entirely based on the leftovers which we would get from school. So I wouldn't grow to finish because there are holidays and there are that. And
in terms of growth potential, like if every variable is on, where do you see the farm in maybe a year or 2 years?
Oh, so just like I said, the biggest element and concept for this farm and for me specifically is the upbringing of the community and the society where we are right now. When you look around here, you see this structure. It's for the mother in this home. But we have 4 of this in the community, which weren't there 2 years back. There are 4 more which are being constructed right now. And when I look at that, to me, the dream is getting bigger, where I'm looking at a point where we reach where we can form more of a cooperative, if I can say like that, where we can command the market and the numbers. The price, we command the market, and we are a group of people. And because when I just started, I mean, everyone was doing whatever they were doing. But right now,
it's getting more streamlined.
So should I say that this is more like a demonstration farm more than anything else?
Yes.
So that at least the community can be empowered.
Definitely.
To that level, then where you can now start.
Yes. Yes. That's why actually next year I want to add the goats on.
Okay.
So we can diversify in what we are doing, and we have one voice. It's very important. This COVID has really helped people to just know that everything is possible.
Yeah.
And people really need to understand that it doesn't matter how much you get to earn. But you guys have taught so much about saving and everything, but people have really, it's now the people to catch it up. It doesn't matter how much you save, but the consistency is very key in that regard. So it's very important for teachers to actually even skill themselves. So they are more than teaching. You're more than teaching. There is something else you can do. You teach during the day, then when you go back home, you do something. There are things people just need to learn.
Okay, wow.
COVID-19 has had a number of effects on our teachers. Teacher Samuel, one of the participants in the Teach Grow Challenge, identified a need in his community and decided to start a drug shop to support that need. Today, we find out how his business has been running during the season.
I chose the medical profession field because this problem, other problems sometimes have alternatives. If you might not go to a restaurant, but you can eat a chapati and sleep. But medically, in this town setting, even when you know a herb, you might not get it because of the growing population. So the medical, real medicine, clinical medicine becomes the best alternative for medication. Two, other fields have been disrupted so much, but this field, you find that you have like our word compassionate. You have the feeling for the people that they need these services. You can imagine the stress someone has to get when you are sick and you are moving a longer distance with the pain. But when you are available nearby, at least it works for you. Food people can get at home, but you can't get medicine because not every family has a qualified medical personnel. So this population you're saying, this place still have some of their local people. It is not like Kololo where we have foreigners within Uganda. So they're not much migration. We have some judges we refer to, some patients we refer to as judges down there who can't move for medication. So they come here and seek for medical attention at a nearby place, and you understand the way they operate. Yes. Yeah, even if he comes with a maize for you, that is rapport and friendship. Yes, it's like the month of total lockdown was not easy for everyone because the purchasing power is low. Even if someone is feeling headache, but tomorrow is not going anywhere, he might not rush to ask for attention like someone who knows tomorrow I have to go for work, I have headache, I should take Panadol. The other one can even go for water. And when people's pockets have no money, the purchasing power obviously goes low, however the need might be.
I think for me what I have to say is that I commend you for doing this. It's not often that people would venture into such a business, especially from a teaching profession. You are a teacher who has ventured into an area that is, this is the first time I've had someone like you venturing into such an area, and I commend you for that. And secondly, you're tackling one of the biggest problems in Uganda. Maternal health issues, I think, are like #1 in the Ministry of Health today, and you have actually gone ahead and expanded, your program to be able to cater for that. So on that one, I heavily commend you.
I love your branding.
Yeah.
Your branding always comes out and it's eye-catching. And then on top of that, the level of cleanliness.
Yes.
It's spectacular. And on top of that, hiring young people. Our family was young that side.
See, health as well, so the cleanliness must be part.
Yes.
You should not go to a health facility and get more diseases than you went with.
Now that we've met each of the participants in Alum Grow and Teach Grow categories, the big question is, who of these will walk away with the biggest investment opportunity? Watch out as the teams hustle it out before a panel of investors at the grand finale. Follow the conversation using the hashtag #StanbicUG Champions and hashtag #ItCanBe for more highlights and details.